Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another map time video, and today is going to be the 11th, I believe, episode of Alternate Future of the World. So we're just going to get straight into it. First of all, I want to show you guys what the hell happened with this area over here. So basically we have one that is so this is still one country, but it has many provinces controlled by different parts of the world, and so this is its own government, and this is where most of the people are. The USA controls here, and France, the UK, Portugal, Spain, Turkey, Italy, and Germany. And yeah, you can also see all the new borders and everything after the war. And so yeah. Now this video is mainly going to be about unifications. So we're just going to get straight into that. Now the first unification taking place is over here, where Austria and Germany decide to unite. Now there is a treaty saying that they can't, but that is many years after ago, and so they're like, okay, might as well. And because they're part of this DO, so none of the countries are like, oh, that's really bad. Next up, Czechoslovakia makes a return, and over here we have Croatia and Bosnia deciding to join together, as well as Croatia, as well as this new state also going with Slovenia. Next up, quite a big one. France, Italy, and Spain all decide to unite into one Mediterranean country that has this and this part of the world, and so it is now an absolute powerhouse and is really powerful. And next up, over here, I think this is either Belize, Guatemala. It's Belize, Guatemala, or El Salvador. I'm not sure. However, they decide to unify with this Central American state, and so now it's slightly less under the rule of the United States. However, it's still predominantly part of the United States. Next up, Haiti and the Dominican Republic join into one, as their economies are both absolutely horrible. Puerto Rico officially becomes part of the US, and finally, this Uzbekistani plus Turkmenistan state decides to join in with Kazakhstan. So now we have this nation over here. And one final thing is Tibet decides to unify with India, and so now we have a very strong Indian nation. It's probably probably like third or fourth, just behind the US, and probably still Russia, but they have taken a massive hit. So actually they might be third. Then it goes US, this new China, Russia, India. And so next up, this Nigerian state decides to attack the West African Union. Now it's just mainly because they want land. Oh my god. Mainly because they want land. But the West African Union is also kind of crippling, so it's kind of a invasion that is allowed. And along with that, the Guinea over here, I believe, decides to kind of unite or revolt against the West African Union. However, Nigeria does not like this, as they want land, and so, but after this much, they decide that they should leave it, but they do manage to take that. And so the borders are gonna look something like this. And so this is gonna be given to Nigeria, who is now an absolutely massive state, and this country here will become it will become a New Guinea state. And so yeah, Nigeria is also quite a big powerhouse in this universe, I guess. Next up, Palestine and Israel finally realize their differences and realize it's not so bad, and so they actually live in peace and unite. So a lot of the tensions between them are gone, and yeah. Okay, and that will actually down here. Indonesia decides to invade Papua New Guinea. I'm just going to do this much for now. And Papua New Guinea is not very strong, and so they can quickly come in and take most of it. Really quickly. And yeah. So now we have slightly expanded Indonesia, and after this they also decide to go after Malaysia, and so they first invade this this area of Malaysia, which is taken pretty quickly. Then they enter into the southern tip here. However, the peacekeeping forces manage to quickly enter through this new expanded China, and a new border will have to be drawn up between these two, like that. And so, oh my god, I keep clicking the wrong thing. This is now part of the massive China, and this is now also part of Indonesia. And then suddenly some of the blue team members start leaving because they don't have much use of it. So first of all, this Central American nation that just formed decides to leave, and Ireland decides to leave, as well as the Benelux region. Okay, and the final another country that leaves is Turkey and Azerbaijan, who actually decide to join in on the orange team, which then also ends up adding Lebanon, and a unification between a lot of these nations is actually going to happen here. We're going to have Oman joining in, the Oman and UAE, along with Qatar joining in with Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. And so now there are two major powers here. And actually, along with that, the new Iranian team, which is now much better relations with Saudi Arabia. There's still kind of conflict. However, the entire team actually opts to join in, and so they have a referendum. It's something like 60 to 40 to join this Middle Eastern this Middle Eastern team. So now it's actually looking quite like a powerful team. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.